I always thought marriage was about weathering storms together. For years, I believed Emily and I were a team. We built a life, faced setbacks, celebrated wins. Sure, we had rough days, but I assumed that was normal. Then one quiet evening, as we sat in the kitchen after dinner, she dropped a sentence that turned my world upside down. "I found what I needed elsewhere," she said, as casually as if she were telling me we were out of milk. At first, I didn't even understand. "What do you mean?" I asked, my fork frozen halfway to my mouth. She didn't look ashamed. If anything, there was a hint of relief in her voice. "James, I've been lonely for a long time. You're a good man. But something's been missing between us. I can't keep pretending. I met someone who makes me feel alive again." Her words cut through me like glass. I stared at her, trying to process if she was confessing an affair or just trying to hurt me. "So you're telling me you've been cheating?" "I wouldn't call it that," she said, shrugging. "It just happened. And it made me realize I can't keep living like this. I need passion, excitement, things you don't give me anymore." I felt my chest tighten, anger and heartbreak twisting together until I couldn't tell which was stronger. "Emily, we have built years together. We have a home, a life. And you're throwing it away because you got bored?" She pushed back her chair, calm as ever. "I'm not throwing anything away. I'm choosing what makes me happy. You can choose to either accept it or move on." Her words hung in the air like poison. I looked at her across the table, and for the first time saw a stranger. The woman I had sacrificed for, worked late nights for, stayed up comforting through her worst days, was now telling me she'd found a replacement, and I was expected to quietly stay put. I didn't say anything. Not then. But in that silence, a decision was taking root inside me. A decision that would change everything. That night I couldn't sleep. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, Emily's words looping in my head like a cruel echo. I found what I needed elsewhere. I thought about every late shift I had taken so we could afford vacations she wanted, every time I had been patient when she was moody, every effort I made to keep our marriage solid. And for what? So she could tell me she had outgrown me. As if I were some old piece of furniture she didn't want anymore. In the morning, I went through the motions: coffee, shower, work. Emily acted as though nothing had happened. She hummed while making her smoothie, kissed my cheek as if we hadn't just shattered our vows the night before. But something in me had shifted. The pain was still there, but beneath it was something sharper. Clarity. I didn't deserve to be an option. I deserved a partner who wanted to be here. At work, I couldn't focus. Every email blurred, every meeting was noise. My mind was on one thing: what I would say when I got home. The thought of confrontation scared me, but living like this scared me more. That evening, I got home earlier than usual. Emily was on the couch scrolling through her phone. She smiled faintly when she saw me. "You're early," she said. I didn't sit down. "We need to talk," I said, my voice steady despite the storm inside me. She put her phone down and crossed her legs casually. "Okay. About last night." "Yes. About last night. And about us." I took a deep breath. "Emily, I can't stay in a marriage where you tell me you've found what you needed somewhere else and expect me to be okay with it. I won't live as your backup plan." Her expression changed, less casual now, more defensive. "So what are you saying? That you're leaving?" "I'm saying you made a choice, Emily," I said, my tone firm. "And now it's my turn." She blinked, suddenly unsure. "What do you mean?" "You'll find out tonight," I said quietly, heading to the bedroom. "I'm done pretending this is fine." I packed in silence. Every shirt folded felt like a memory being put away. Not because I was leaving, but because I was preparing for her to. I wasn't going to run from my own home. I had built this life, paid for this house, and sacrificed for this marriage. If anyone was leaving, it was the one who had already stepped out emotionally. When Emily finally walked into the room, her smile was gone. "What are you doing?" I looked up from the dresser. "Getting your things ready." Her eyes widened. "My things?" "Yes." My voice was calm, almost too calm. "You said you found what you needed elsewhere. So go be with it. I won't stop you." She stood frozen for a second, then scoffed. "You're seriously kicking me out over one comment?" "One comment," I repeated, incredulous. Emily, that wasn't just a comment. That was you telling me you don't value this marriage anymore. That you don't value me. You don't say something like that if you want to work things out. Her face flushed red. You're overreacting. I just wanted you to pay more attention to me. I didn't mean. I cut her off. You meant exactly what you said. You wanted to hurt me, and it worked. But now there's no going back. I refuse to stay married to someone who uses betrayal as a bargaining chip. Emily stared at me speechless. For once, she didn't have a sharp retort ready. Your suitcase is by the door, I said, walking past her. You can stay with whoever has been giving you what I apparently couldn't. Her voice cracked. James, please. But I didn't turn around. No, Emily. I begged for this marriage in my own quiet way for months. I kept trying. You chose to spit on that effort. This is me choosing myself. I heard her sob softly as she gathered her things. The sound hurt, but not enough to change my mind. When the front door finally closed behind her, the house fell into a silence so deep it almost echoed. For the first time in months, I could breathe. And in that silence, I realized something. Sometimes showing someone the door isn't about punishing them. It's about freeing yourself.